What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Caro Emerald, and we're continuing through the live tracks included in this expanded The Shocking Miss Emerald album. Thank you again to Jim. And we're going to hear now her perform The Maestro live. Yeah, I very much enjoy the album track. It is quintessential Caro Emerald, meaning it has that old throwback style, but with some flavors and production that is also modern. It's a playful song. I like her vocals, which convey that excitement and playfulness. The lyrics tell the story of a very intriguing catch, meaning a guy who has charisma, who has talent, who is of great interest to the narrator, and she's not going to let this opportunity pass by. I remember the album track ends with a quote from this maestro, and he's talking about how like each age gets sort of the culture and the style it deserves, and whether or not it's, I don't know if the word is elegant or whether it's like noteworthy. Essentially, it's not up for the people of that era and time to decide. It's, you know, somewhere in the future people might look back and say, well, this was better, this was not as good, and so on. But each era gets the stylings and the culture that is appropriate to that time and place. So I always enjoyed that, and I wonder if that's taken from something or if it was recorded for the scene setting of the song itself. In any case, let's hear it live. This is Caro Emerald. The song is The Maestro, and it's live in Glasgow, included on what I'm guessing is like a deluxe edition. Yes, indeed, it is a deluxe edition of The Shocking Miss Emerald 2013, provided by Jim.
Presence, elegance, and unmistakable dominance. Behind those steely eyes, anything you know is coincidence. No one seems to know anything about his age, just his name. He's always dressed for fame, cause the Kaiser is the maestro. Let it go, dream a bit, to wear a garment so delish. I'd be out of my mind inside his designs, the ultimate canvas. If I knew, ingenue, a gift you can't buy from you. But if I had to pay, I'd sure find a way to break the bank. I break the bank that day. Make the words fall out of a pantomime. Colors, how they flow, go from avant-garde to beyond sublime. History and mystery, he stops the hands of time. The magic's in his mind, cause the Kaiser is the maestro. Let it go, dream a bit, to wear a garment so delish. I'd be out of my mind inside his designs, the ultimate can't miss. New, ingenue, a gift you can't buy from you. But if I had to pay, I'd sure find a way to break the bank. I break the bank that day. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Kipski!
Definitely the turntablism, it comes across in the album tracks and here live as well, where it's like, again, it's the sound of this old school brass and this, you know, vintage jazz feel, and that you can always hear a little crab scratching, a little like record back cueing and so on. So definitely the DJ vibes come across in her tunes. I was not remembering the lyrics, but I wasn't focusing on the main point. I do think she is very much praising and interested in this Maestro, and that he's the master when it comes to colors and garments and stylings. But indeed, that seems to be the main focal point, which I wasn't recalling. That, like, she's interested in him, but she's mostly interested in buying the clothes that only he can make, and that, you know, they're just not like store, like on the rack type of dresses or garments. They're these, you know, one-off bespoke masterpieces that, you know, he can see and craft, which again, that sample in the album track, which we didn't get here, about, you know, he's just kind of making his masterpieces, and he'll let other people and, you know, people down the road judge whether or not they were good or whatever, but it's the style, it's the craft, it's the culture that he is keen to create. And the woman of the narrator is definitely very key. Like, she's saying, like, I'd break the bank. I'd spend every dollar I have, and this is a can't miss. You know, you have to get one of these pieces from this master, from this Maestro. So, yeah, like, again, I think there is this blending of, like, he's amazing, but it's also his creations, and more fundamentally, you know, she's focused on the clothes that she can get. So, again, it's a fun little narrative. She does spin really cool little stories in her songs. Let me know what you think of this live performance, and I will see you next time. Peace.